Some motorists have expressed concern, saying that the traffic has not been moving for many hours. Traffic flows continue to pick up on both the R101 and N1 roads towards Polokwane. For an update on the traffic flow from Pretoria, we cross now to our reporter, Molemo Waone-Mothoa. Thanks very much for joining us. What are you seeing in other parts of the country, provinces? There doesn't seem to be a lot of traffic. What's the situation where you are, Molemo?
Good afternoon, Peter. We're coming live to you from the Phumulani Plaza. As you can see behind me, the place looks a bit deserted, as only a few vehicles are passing through as compared to yesterday, when close to 2,000 vehicles were passing through the toll plaza, as thousands of holiday makers and pilgrims were hitting the road to their destinations for the Easter long weekend. But to hear more on traffic, I'm standing here with me, Tshwane Metro spokesperson, Senior Superintendent Isaac Mahamba. Senior Sup, can you just give us a brief overview as to how has traffic been flowing since yesterday?
Good afternoon, and to your viewers as well. Remember, when we started yesterday morning, we had about, specifically here at Phumulani Plaza, there were about 1,900 vehicles that were passing in the afternoon, let's say in the period between 1 and 2 o'clock. It continued up until late in the evening, and again, this morning it started around about 1,800 vehicles, where until around about 11 it started to ease a bit. At this stage, as you correctly mentioned, it looked a bit easy now. There are no vehicles as such. That tells the story that most of the holiday makers are already in the other side of the north. It will start again pick up on Monday or on Sunday late. But we as Tshwane Metropolis will continue to monitor all these areas. Remember, as we indicated earlier on, it's not only this N1 that is keeping us busy. We've got other main roads as well. As I'm talking to you now, Moloto Road as well is one of the roads that we're keeping an eye on. And as well, that side, we had a lot of traffic that was flowing, but now currently it started to ease a bit. And Mawapani Highway, N14, R55, those other roads, we can safely say that most of the people are out of Tshwane. We'll wait again, implement our second phase of our plan, when now we are starting to allow the holiday makers coming back into our CBD. As I indicated, it's either late on Sunday or it start to pick up again in the afternoon of a Monday.
Of course, traditionally this period is where we see a lot of people getting onto different roads in the country, and unfortunately also, there are a lot of fatalities. Has there been any incidents, especially from this side of the Pretoria, as people travel along the N1 to Polokwane?
We had in the city, as we speak, about 2 fatalities. One that took place in the same stretch of roads in the morning. We had one, and as we all know by now, we had another one at R55 next to Centurion, where a motorcyclist was hit by a motorist. And even here, as indicated, at N1, just after or between Murray Hill and Carousel, we had another fatality there. And you understand why we as law enforcement are, not necessarily frustrated, are concerned or worried. Because when you check the causes of these fatalities or these accidents, it's what we've been hammering on to say people should stop engage alcohol while they are driving. We are continuously arresting them, but it's still happening. And we've been saying before, and we are not going to shy away, we'll continue saying this. Most of the accidents are due to human error. That human error engage in alcohol, and they want again to be on our roads. We are not going to allow that as authorities. We are harsh on that, and we'll continue to be harsh on that. And we are continue again to arrest people, those we found being engaged in alcohol and being on our roads.
Senior Sup, quite as it seems, would you say things look better compared to last year this time?
With road statistics, it's quite difficult to preempt It might look better as and when we're about to finish this period, it might go heavy, or the numbers might increase with a slight second. You understand why I'm saying this? The past period, same year, we had, or in Tshwane, we were so quiet. I think by then this time during that, we had only one fatality. While at the end, we had a public vehicle while I was involved in a taxi in Amaskral, more than 16 people perished. We had another one at N4 just before Mamelodi, 7 perished. In 2 days, or in a space of a day, we had over 20-something people that passed on. So we are worried about those. And remember, that is what the minister has been saying all along. Most of the accidents, when you pick them up now recently, is of the public transport. Trucks, buses, taxis, and those are the transport that carries over about more than 10 or more than 15 passengers. So those vehicles or those public transport, when they get involved in any accident, more people, are involved in those accidents. So that's what we are worried about. That's why we'll continue to be here just to make sure that we stop those public transport, we stop any vehicle, we stop anybody, just to make sure we try and reduce their speeds by having, roadblocks along this stretch of roads. And again, if you are not having necessarily roadblocks, we are going to make sure that as and when we pick up any motor vehicle, we'll stop it and search it just to make sure that it is roadworthy. And again, the driver, is ready to be on our road? The fitness to driver, this is what we are going to emphasize, and this is what we are going to check on.
There is a Tshwane Metro spokesperson, Senior Superintendent Isaac Mahamba, giving an overview of traffic levels along the N1 road from Pretoria to Polokwane. And that's back to the studio.
Molemo, thanks very much indeed. That's our reporter, Molemo Waone-Mothoa, speaking to us from the Pumlani Toll Plaza. And one of the things